and speak to us. Now, when she starts talking, I'm not going to tell you, no, I'm going to tell you this. No, I'm not going to tell you. Say something. Say hello or something. All right. Okay, you might hear her on the radio. 104.3, 106.3. She is the voice of the Delta. Yes! So she's always behind the mic, but today she's in front. So here we go. And Miss Kitty, thank you so much for being here today. And she's going to talk about ageism. Because a lot of times our elders have a lot of wisdom. And sometimes they may get pushed to the side or, she's going to talk about that today. So we welcome her. Let's give her a roaring round of applause.
Hi, my name is Kitty Sheffield, and I am actually the owner of Captured by Kid Photography, and I'm also the owner of Delta Voiceover. I do advertisements for social media because unlike a radio ad, there's nothing wrong with radio ads, but there's a difference between a radio ad and a social media ad. Is that social media ads are less expensive and they don't expire, so you don't have to rebuy them. So there's a lot of advantages to that. But now, as far as photography goes, I was trained by a gentleman that graduated from the New York Institute of Photography, and he was really skilled. I mean, he's taught me everything I know. But the only difference was that he taught very sincerely, okay, because we used to shoot models, but he taught very sincerely that women have an expiration date of 25, and I didn't agree with that at all. Of course, I never argued with him because I was always very respectful. He was my teacher. But I didn't agree that women have an expiration date of 25. I thought that was, it sounded wrong to me. When you feel your blood pressure rise, and you still want to be respectful,
Yes.
Well, that was how I was. I never said it to him so much later. But I didn't agree with that. And I really believe that women can have a big impact on society no matter what their age is. And I was going to give some examples, like who in this room doesn't Judge Judy is? Come on.
Love Judge Judy.
I would be scared to watch her. She's tough, okay? Now, Judge Judy is still going strong. I don't think she's retired because I still see what's going on. But she's 82 years old. She's still going strong. And her decisions affected people in her courtroom, okay? Well, there's also an example, I'll give you another example, Maxine Waters. Maxine Waters is 86 years old, okay? And she is still working, and her decisions affect the entire country, okay? And then one of my personal examples is my supervisor over at the station, her name is Maxine Hughes, and I did have my drug permission to use her as an example. And she was in her 80s, and she runs WGNL and WGNL. Well, she runs the whole thing, she's in charge of everything. And it's a very powerful position to be in a very WGNL has 50,000 miles an hour, and we own literally like 90% of the advertising market in the Delta. They can hear us as far as Tennessee, Arkansas now, they can reach that far. So if you're hearing on the radio, it's not just in Mississippi, it's all over the place. WGNL has been in business since 1988, so they've been in business 37 years. And when they first started, people in our community said, they'll be in business about 2 weeks. And they weren't going anywhere. I mean, they were very determined to stick it out there. Well, and the thing is, when people hate on you and say you can't make it, it's because they can't compete with you. They can't compete, they don't have anything to compete on their own. So they're not striving to improve themselves. And that's the reason that they try to hate on you. So, maybe instead of feel better with your process, it doesn't really work, But I want you to know that, people say that, older women, they it's not true. Women of any age, we are under no obligation to be sexy to anybody around us. We are under no obligation to be sexy, okay? Your body is an instrument to interface with the world. We need a body no matter what, no matter what kind of body we've got, it's good, because we need it to interface with the world. So our body is an instrument, not an ornament. If you're not an ornament, nobody has to look at it and say, hey, she's so pretty and all that kind of stuff. We're not under any kind of obligation like that. And a lot of us we get to be kind of hard on ourselves as we get older. We worry about different body parts. And I'm going through this as well. I worry about arms, you get that little bit of fat under the arms, and this is kind of ridiculous, and that's okay, it's a natural part of getting older, and we're still taking care of our exercise. But our thighs, we get, you take a picture of us and we get to, we're complaining, oh my gosh, my thighs have cellulite. But, in reality, when we say that, our arms are jiggly or whatever, arms are what we use to hold our children and our grandchildren. They're, like I said, we're not ornaments, we're instruments of love. And so our arms are there to hold the people we love. They're not just for show, And our legs, even though they got cellulite, okay, I have cellulite, I don't worry about it because my legs carry me to places that need my impact, that need my help. Think about all the people that carry themselves to help tornado victims. All these people showed up. If you've been on Facebook, lots of people showed up to volunteer, and they all had to show up, in person, bring their bodies to be a service to other people, whether it's passing them water or food or whatever. Now, one thing that I have a personal issue with was my belly, because my weight is carried up right here, But God showed me that my belly is where I carry my kids. I have 2 beautiful kids. And so it's not a matter of your body parts being perfect, it's a matter of your body parts being of service to the people around you. And so that's so I encourage you today to, age is just a number. And a lot of women get embarrassed when people ask, well, how old are you? They get embarrassed and, like it's something to hide. But age is the number of years that God has blessed you with on this earth. And so I encourage you, next time somebody asks how old you are, look right in the face and don't get ashamed of it. And you carry your age like a badge of honor. Seriously. Carry your age like a badge of honor. That's how many years that God has blessed you with. I want to end by reading a poem. I was glad that another way that you're reading a poem. This is a poem that I wrote. I've written several books, and this is actually going to be in my next poetry book. But it's called Beautiful with the Stretch Marks. Okay? And it goes out as a message to all of us to remind us how valuable we are and how old we are. And it goes like this. Beautiful are the stretch marks. They are the battle scars of the life arrows. They testify to a tiny heart that once beat inside of it. Beautiful are the wrinkles. They are proof of late night glories and belly laughs with great friends. For every wrinkle on the face, there is a memory in the heart. Beautiful are the gray hairs. With longevity comes wisdom, which she willingly shares with others, giving them the most precious gift that can be given, herself. Beautiful are the breasts that hang low, that once were filled with warm, sweet milk for her baby. She treasured these intimate moments with her child, as he enjoyed food that no family could ever duplicate. Beautiful are the abundant bellies of women